Hello, my friends. So when I see you next week, we'll move on to our next Spark lesson. And this one is called Pathways and Relationships. So a pathway is a specific movement pattern. We know our locomotor movements like skipping, galloping, and side slide, and we do those in a straight line. Just like you can see here on my screen, this line right underneath my picture is a straight line. You walk in a straight line down the arrows in a hallway. We line up in a straight line on the sideline when we get ready to leave the gym. We do a straight line when we do our warm-ups from place to place with our running, skipping, galloping. Those are all straight lines. But there's also a couple of other ways that we can move called pathways. So we have the straight line right here. And right up here, you will see a pathway that is called a curve. This one right here that my arrow is over, this is called a curve pathway. A curve pathway is almost like a snake, like we did our curve right here the other day. It's almost like a snake. I curve around, I bend around. So that's the curve. If you look on the other side here, we have a zoop, 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 zoop. This is called a zigzag. So on this side, we have our curve where we bend nice and smooth. And over here on this side, we have our zigzag where we make sharp turns. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Almost like the letter Z, if you've ever seen the letter Z. So we're going to work these three pathways as well as relationships. Relationships are the ways that we can interact with something. So we could go over something, we could go under something, we could go around something. And I want to show you real quick, we'll have this set up for you next time. If you can follow my arrow right here. Our job is to use all of these pathways and relationships to check off the lesson. Any time that's left is your choice activity. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to walk straight. That's that straight line that we already know how to do. And then I'm going to curve around the hula hoops. Curve. Once I get to the cones, I'm going to zig and zag through the cones. Sharp turns. I'm going to go over my box, and I'm going to go underneath this mat tunnel right here. So I've done my straight line, I've done my curve, I've done my zig and my zag, I've stepped over, and I've gone under. All right, let's take a peek here. I'm going to take you on a little trip here. This is from your point of view, what you'll see when you come in next time. It'll be a little bouncy because I can't hold it perfectly still, but you'll get the idea. I'm walking straight down this black line here. Once I get to the hoops, I'm going to curve around, bend around, called the curve. After I do my curve move, I'm going to get to these cones and I'm going to zig and zag. Boom. Zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, and zag. Once I finish my zig and zag, I'm going to step over the box. So I go over, and then I'm going to go underneath the mat tunnel. Awesome. Right on. And that's what we got for you right there. Let's show you from a different angle here. So I have my straight line. I'm going to curve around. And then after my curve, After my curves on my hoops, I'm going to zig and zag, making sharp turns. Big, strong angles. I'm going to go over my box, and I'm going to go underneath the tunnel. Awesome. Right on, my friends. So our next lesson is pathways and relationships. We're going to go straight. We're going to curve. We're going to zig and zag. We're going to go over, and we're going to go underneath. All right? I'll see you there.